Yeah, absolutely. So, we really built this program with the idea in mind of, having it very much look like a traditional program. So they do a lot of similar things to our other traditional sports. They practice, they have a regimen that they go through. So it looks very similar, and, we expect a lot from our athletes, and they've been working very hard to compete and do well this season.
Yeah,
all right.
looks like we just kicked off, though.
Yeah, they are going hard. Rams versus Southern Miss, getting a demo in the middle. We have Casey bringing ball upfield with Gingy forward. Gamehawks getting back, but bumped on rotation. And a little bit of a mishap in front of goal. Casey gets the clear just in time.
For those that are not familiar with Rocket League as we are, you're going to see tonight a really, really good game. 3v3 with cars. So they're basically playing soccer with cars right now. So you're going to see them try to use boost, as we see Don Deasy and Casey are using boost right now to get up into the air, get an advantage, get the ball up and over their opponents. Also, you're going to see a lot of demolition. Demolition is basically when, one person takes out the other opponent. It's very noticeable. You're going to notice it's going to be an explosion. For about 5 seconds, they'll have a one-man advantage. And in Rocket League, there are no fouls. So, cannot wait to see this unfold tonight. I'm happy to have you guys with us. Let's get started.
Yeah, right now, 0 points for both sides as Gingy gets the clear. It seems pretty evenly matched, at least in the first minutes, as both teams are sort of feeling each other out and warming up. But Southern Miss is keeping it on them, putting on pressure in front of CIU goal early, and then getting demos on Gingy when he's trying to rotate the offense.
Yeah, there's a demo. So right now, Southern Miss had a man advantage for about 5 seconds. Because it was in their defensive end, they couldn't do much with it. And it was basically a reset for Gingy.
Yeah, right now Gingy's trying to push up. The ball is up in front of Southern Miss's goal, and Casey elected not to go for it. That must have been some good comms on his teammates' part to let them know what they were seeing. But just like that, he turns around and then sinks it into the goal to get our first point of the season by Casey. Who else with the chow on Southern Miss's side of the field?
Yeah, great anticipation there by Casey, just waiting for him to get that hit and, won the 50-50. First points on the board for CIU this season.
Yeah, it was great anticipation. Like we said, Casey's going to be the goal scorer this season. Probably going to end the season with the most goals for the CIU team. But Gingy right now, he's going to be creating chances. And just like that, let's go!
Not just creating chances, but taking advantage of the chances created for him. Casey with the assist for Gingy to dunk it in.
Just a great rotation forward. I'll talk about rotations in the intermission, but what a great showing right now for CIU Rams.
And just a reminder for all of you out there, if you see a clip that you think is really cool, it might come up on the CIU social medias. So that's CIU Rams Esports on Instagram, YouTube, and Twitch, what you're watching right now. And then on TikTok, it's CIU Esports. So if you see something cool, it's probably going to be up there. And right now, it's just Gamehawk playing hard defense with Gingy in the back. Casey's waiting for his pass. He's stuck in a Rule 1, actually.
He's stuck in a Rule 1.
Grayson, what is a Rule 1?
You're looking at it. Casey right now is with insanity in a Rule 1. When two cars' nose or bumpers touch and lock in, those players cannot break that. If they break that, that is considered unsportsmanlike. I don't write the rule book. I don't even think it's in the rule book. It's just a player rule. So they're in a Rule 1 right now up until there's a next stoppage and play.
Definitely one of those unspoken rules. Very frowned upon to break a Rule 1. You just don't do it.
Absolutely, bro.
The only exception is any incidental bumps. Let's say a ball hits him or another player accidentally runs into him and messes it up. Then, it's free game.
It's so funny. I was thinking earlier today, as we see a goal from Gingy, second goal of the night.
Gingy, former baseball player at CIU, won a national championship with the baseball team. Going out here with the esports team, multi-sport athlete, representing the Rams really well.
So now we have 3-0 with 50 seconds left. Anything can happen in these games, so we're not saying Southern Miss is out of it, but it's definitely looking good for CIU.
Yeah, don't forget this is a best of 5, so if you're thinking about leaving, that the CIU Rams are going to take a one and done, stay in your seats because this is a best of 5. Basically, first 1, 2, 3 games wins.
That's right. And right now, with less than 30 seconds left, Southern Miss is trying to get a goal. Almost did, but it was deflected by Gingy playing some defense. But Promiseful TV was up. He did a flip reset, couldn't finish it. And now Casey's clearing the ball with Gamehawk chasing after it as well. Ooh, Gamehawk almost has it. Gingy almost has it.
Save from Insanity,
Ball
though.
is still up. The clock does not stop. The game does not stop until the ball touches the ground after the final second runs out.
Yeah, looks like CIU wants to get one more late goal here before it touches and ends the game. See if they can do it.
Gamehawk keeping the ball up. Gingy with another touch to center it. Ooh, Southern Miss downs it. I think they just wanted to be done with the game by that point.
Yeah, and what a great showing. First real game of the season for CIU, and they show out in a great fashion. They did not disappoint in game 1.
No, they did not. 2 goals by Gingy. We were saying Casey might be the top scorer, but Gingy might have hurt us because I think he has something to say about that.
Well, I can pass it off to Scotty for this, but we saw at the end of last season, Gingy really came up and was a big part of the offense for CIU. Scotty, do you have anything to say about that?
Yeah, absolutely. Carter Gingy is one of those players. He's very opportunistic. He seems to always be in the right place at the right time, and it's a perfect marriage between him and Casey. As Casey kind of plays that like point guard, kind of sets up the play from the back and kind of holds the back line and sets Carter up for some pretty nice goals. So those two have great chemistry. Really encouraged overall by these rotations from all 3 of these guys. It's going to be a fun next couple games.
Yep, we were just waiting for all spectators to ready up, and now it is time for the next game.
As we get ready to start this next game, you're going to hear me during this game talk a lot about rotations. Rotations are basically when players go from offense to defense or defense to offense, depending on the situation that they're in. So right now you're going to see Gamehawk clear the ball, and now this is a rotation on offense from CIU.
Casey centering the ball for Gingy to get a touch, putting it towards goal. Gamehawk's getting involved now, and they're going to rotate onto defense, like you said, Grayson. And now they are just trying to scramble out of that corner. Gingy with a touch, but no good. Oh my goodness. Casey just barely misses, but the ball goes outside the goal. Now it's up to Casey to clear it again.
That was a good recovery by Casey. There's a demolition, and it was a for sure goal, but Casey recovered well and got the save.
And right now we are seeing Gamehawk get back on D,
Great
clear
rotation.
it with ease,
Yeah.
and immediately trying to get a goal.
Oh my gosh, how insane would that have been?
We saw Gingy get away, avoid the demolition, and then get a shot on goal. Now Gamehawk's getting involved. Casey's next. That's up. Gingy's up. Oh, good block. But Gamehawk was there to follow it up.
Follow-up. Beautiful follow-up from Gamehawk, just sitting in the 3rd position there, waiting, anticipating, and then those 2 Southern Miss defenders unfortunately just missed the hit, and Gamehawk's able to clean that up.
The reason why that's a good goal is because CIU kept the pressure on. They did not let Southern Miss clear their line. So the ball stayed in front of the net, and it was just an easy tap in.
All right, 3.5 minutes left, 1-0. Ball's going on the CIU side of the field, but Casey says no, not for long. He's putting the pressure on. Now he's getting the ball right in front of Southern Miss's goal.
Scotty, I do have a question for you. So right now, what do you think the comms are like? The communication, the talking inside the room. What do you think the comms are like for CIU?
Yeah, it's very mind-numbing listening to the comms. They're constantly talking, constantly telling each other where they are. You know, it almost sounds like to you know, somebody who's not used to hearing it. It just sounds like a bunch of yelling.
Yeah. Okay.
But those guys, like I mentioned, you know, they practice every day. They work on the communications. You know, 50% of being successful in esports is comms and just making sure your teammate knows where you are. And these guys, I think, you can tell when a team is really, really crisp with their communications by how cleanly they play, and they've really not been challenged all game, or all last game either.
Yeah, for sure. And you can tell that the communication is on point right now. They're one step ahead of Southern Miss, and I do not see an end in sight for that.
Yeah, let's hope they keep up the pressure. Don't get complacent here going down the stretch.
All right. Gamehawk, a little miscue, but Casey was there to follow up. Oh, right off the top corner, Genji is putting the ball back into play, but Southern Miss with the clear. But Gamehawk has something to say about that. He wants to keep that ball on Southern Miss's side as much as possible. Now Genji putting the ball in front of goal, gets broken up by Southern Miss. Gamehawk trying to do the same. Back in the corner, across the mid, but nothing. So right now it's just a little bit of a back and forth. Southern Miss's rotations have, I think, cleaned up a little bit as they are really staying true to defense and making sure nothing gets close to the goal.
Yeah, you can really tell they're putting two players in the net at a time. You can really tell they've started playing a little bit more conservatively. I think they're going to try and counter and use, you know, any opportunity they can of cracks in the CIU defense to make a quick counter. It doesn't seem like they want to keep conceding that many goals.
Yeah, their clearances have become more effective, so it's going to be harder for CIU to get goals when the ball isn't as close to the goal. But they're building the attack well. It's just going to be hard for CIU to string together some passes.
Yeah, right now Casey was trying to get a little bit of top-down action, maybe a wall pinch to get the ball to go right in front of the goal for a follow-up. And now he's putting shots on goal from distance, maybe just to create rotations for the Southern Miss team to catch them off guard. Casey shot on goal, no one's there. Oh, a little high. Followed up, no good.
I don't think Genji got the power he wanted on that follow-up.
All right, Southern Miss is on the offensive. Casey, ooh, big clear there, as Southern Miss would have tied it up. And now CIU wants one more goal. All right, clock has run out. Southern Miss is pushing forward, keeping the ball in the air, and it gets downed by Gamehawk. Or it might have been Genji. I don't know. They look the same.
They look the same. What a great game too. Moving it on to match point now. If CIU wins this game, they take home the series. But that was a pretty good defensive showing for CIU. I think Southern Miss may have made some adjustments to their gameplay based off game one, and they were definitely a lot more dangerous than CIU. CIU just had that early goal, and that was the difference.
Yeah, absolutely. You can definitely tell, you know, CIU's not conceded any goals so far. You can tell their communications, the rotations are really, really crisp. They're looking really good. You know, every time you play a new team in Rocket League, that first game is always a toss-up because you just don't know how the other team's going to play. That second game is really a lot more telling of how the series is going to go because both teams have gotten a feel of the ebbs and flows of what the other team is trying to do. So it'll be interesting seeing what we get in this third game. Because this is where teams get reverse swept, right?
Yeah, absolutely, and that would be dangerous. A kickoff event. It's time for CIU to show out. This is game point, series point for CIU, and I expect them to come out strong. But you gotta be, like you just said, Scotty, you gotta be aware of what Southern Miss is gonna bring to the table.
Yeah, definitely Southern Miss has their backs against the wall. You know, there's somebody, I can't remember who, they told me a 2-0 lead in soccer is the most dangerous lead.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of that false sense of security, right? So they really have to stay hungry. This has been an issue for this team in the past. Last year they had a lot of times where they were up and they got reverse swept. So let's see if that maturity, like I mentioned in the pregame, comes to fruition here.
For sure.
Right now, shot did go in from Southern Mississippi off the ceiling. Don Deasy. He won the 50-50 chow, and it just happens. You know?
Well, I mean, you said it well there, Shorter, Jonathan. Getting used to that. He won the 50-50, and that was the difference. You can't lose the 50-50 challenges. You have to win the ball every chance you get. It was a lucky bounce, but you know, in the end, it ended up in the net, and it's 1-0 Southern Miss, and it's exactly what we've been talking about this for the last 45 seconds. CIU has to come out strong.
Well, right now, ball is up in front of goal, and they had a plan in place, but Southern Miss stopped that plan, and now they are back on offense with Gamehawk and Gingy. Oh, Casey gets a demo. Ooh, but not enough. As Southern Miss pushes forward again, demos and bumps in goal.
Yeah,
a couple miscues.
Yeah, and see, that was just a double commit right there. What we call a double commit, when two players go for the same ball. That opened up that shooting lane. Let's see if CIU can. That's a communication issue. Let's see if CIU can bounce back from that.
Yeah, for sure. Scotty, what are they gonna do to bounce back? You've been in this situation before multiple times. How do they bounce back?
Yeah, you know, well, we would always tell them, you know, hey, just stay calm. A lot of game left, especially in this situation. You know, go back to your basics. Go back to your basics of rotations. You know, when you're focusing on the basics and doing your job in the moment, that's what's gonna, you know, steady the ship and get things right? So I think, you know, these past two goals that Southern Miss has scored have definitely been because CIU has beaten themselves, not necessarily because Southern Miss is, you know, creating those chances, right? So definitely correctable, but just need to keep, you know, stay composed, trust each other, and you know, get back to basics.
Right now, Southern Miss trying to put shots on goal as they are pushing forward. Plus Ultra with a shot there. Casey getting the clear into Southern Miss's corner, but it's redirected. Gingy gets demoed as he places a shot, and Gamehawk is just getting back on defense as Casey goes up for the clear. Right now, Gingy and Gamehawk a little bit of a double commit there, but it works out in their favor as ball is in front of Southern Miss goal. Casey tries to get in there but cannot, and they are back on defense again.
So if it's me right now, I'm trying to get CIU to keep the ball in a pressure situation. Double commits are not helping. We've seen probably 3 or 4 in a row, which is very uncharacteristic from CIU. So calm down, like Scotty, you've been saying, and keep the ball in dangerous situations. Starting like right here, let's get the ball in a dangerous situation and get it in the net.
Yeah, and what you've noted, what we've talked about in the last game, just Southern Miss playing a lot more conservatively. It's just so difficult to get those chances because they're playing with 2 in the net. So CIU really has to tighten it up on their side of the ball, playing, you know, really, you know, strong defense, while also trying to create some chances when, you know, statistically every time they go up to try and score a goal, they're outnumbered. So gonna take a lot of good rotations, trusting each other to get back to this one. Minute 30 left though, plenty of time. Teams come back. As I say that, they score a third goal.
It was a good goal though. Good goal.
Commentator's curse. Yeah. This is just a simple 50 that Gingy loses, and it just gets a bad bounce. Again, it's not necessarily that Southern Miss is playing out of their minds. I think they're just getting some fortunate bounces.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think in that situation, actually, Gingy was going to try to air dribble or have a little more aerial control of the ball, but he ran out of boost. So that goes into a little bit of boost management of what you talked about at the beginning, Grayson.
Yeah, for sure. And it's, you know, it's something that comes with being in the season. This is their kickoff event. This isn't going to be their Super Bowl. So you don't want to be playing your best game during your kickoff event. As much as all the fans at home sitting in the seats at CIU would want there to be goals galore, this is a real team. These guys are human. So we're seeing a little bit of that right now. But this isn't game point for Southern Miss. We got to keep that in mind.
Right, there's still plenty of Rocket League to play if CIU can't pull something out here. And with 35 seconds left, Scotty, would you be wanting these guys to just, you know, steady themselves to get ready for next game? Or Gingy, no, I'm going now. Gingy wants a goal now.
Yeah, great aggression to stay in there. You know, a lot of times most teams would be like, all right, hey, you know, we're down 3 with 30 seconds. We need to just reset. Let's mentally reset for the next game. This one's done. But Carter showing again that maturity. Like, you know, we're not gonna just sit here and take it. We wanna you know, play as hard as we can for the entire time. So see if they get 2 more here.
Yeah, 20 seconds left. We have seen stranger things happen in Rocket League. So
It's a great
right
show.
now,
I love that show.
Gamehawk shot on goal.
Opportunity.
Extra edge. Gets knocked back in. Gamehawk squeezes one in with the defender own goaling, I think.
Yeah.
Oh no, that was Gamehawk.
Oh,
He got a second touch on it.
He
Wow.
sure did. What a
Great effort play.
that was.
Great effort play. Yeah, and you know, even if CIU doesn't pull this one out, this is great momentum to go into the next game with. Great momentum.
Right now, Southern Miss, I think they desperately just want to keep the ball on the ground as this final second runs out. And that's what they do. They spike it right into the ground.
But what a showing. To come get 2 goals in less than 15 seconds. That takes a lot of offensive firepower. We might see a lot of that, like we just said. The momentum's going to shift. The momentum's going to carry over. So I'm excited to see that. They changed their game plan up in that last 30 seconds. They just flooded everybody forward. It was hard to deal with on Southern Miss's side. So CIU might have found the kryptonite for Southern Miss.
Yeah, and that's something that we would always tell our guys, you know, when we were down 30 seconds, maybe a minute left in the game, we would always say, hey, you know, everybody just go up, forget rotations. If there's only 30 seconds left, let's see what we can get. It paid off, and now the momentum has kind of gone back a little even. You know, it's one thing to lose 3-0, but, you know, going into the next game, not into moral victories, but 3-2 sounds just a little bit better than 3-0.
For sure.
Yeah.
Although we would love the script of winning in a game 5 on a 0-second goal, right?
Yeah, absolutely. That's what we're secretly crossing our fingers for.
That's the Rocket League romantic in us.
Yeah, right.
But I think you're right. You cannot tread carefully in those situations. Like, you can't just pretend there's beach nuts all over the ground and you're barefoot in the backyard. Like, you have to just go for it. Like, forget the feet and everything else. Like, put your heart and soul into this.
Yeah, beach nut. Interesting.
Yeah, you know the prickly things?
Yeah, I know what they are.
All right, so 4.5 minutes left. Gamehawk trying to get the clear. Casey gets it instead. And now Gamehawk's going in for another touch. And Gamehawk trying to put it in the corner. Casey comes through. Gingy Casey in the same area as they rotate. And just a lot of back and forth right now. Oh my goodness, the ball almost went in and almost rolled in from the corner. But it did not. And Gingy loses it, but Casey's right there for another touch. Pushing up again on Southern Miss's side of the court.
Got to keep it in a dangerous area, and there it is!
The dangerous area is right next to the goal because Gamehawk's a sniper. How about that?
What a goal. 0 angle. But like I'm saying, man, you keep the ball in front of someone's goal, it's so hard to defend, and that sense of panic comes in. Like, we got to get the ball clear. And when it doesn't happen, the inevitable happens, and Gamehawk, back corner, top corner, and it's 1-0.
1-0, and this would be it for the series if they end up winning this one. So, Scotty, how do you think they're feeling right now? Are they feeling good or are they feeling nervous?
You know, I think that at this point they're probably feeling good. We're about 2 minutes into the game. You know, I think they've got a feel for this game. They have a feel for how they're going to play. So now you're going to see CIU start to really adjust to the two-man back defense that Southern Miss is playing with. I expect CIU to really be aggressive at the net. Yeah, there you go.
Just like that.
Great goal. Just another. Perfect. Just as I was saying it.
Yeah. All right, so we see Gingy come up from the side, and then Casey tries to chase it, but
yeah, and that's exactly what I was saying. They're gonna have CIU is going to push really hard with a two-man front. You're going to see one of the players hit it maybe off the backboard like Casey is right now, and there's going to be another player, probably Gamehawk or Carter, right behind them to get the second touch to kind of break that two-man defense.
Right now, open goal as Casey tries to get back, but they're not out of the woods yet. It's just Gamehawk. He gets up though, and now it's up to Gamehawk and Casey on offense. Gamehawk gets demoed, but Gingy has a shot, no chance as it goes by him. But Casey's back on it again. He's gonna set up Gamehawk and Gingy with the ball, and Gingy saw it coming.
He heard Gingy at midnight like he's Taylor Swift. What a goal!
Those communications were right there. That was a great dunk.
Man,
that's an alley-oop if I've ever seen one.
I'm so jealous of that. I wish I could do that.
Couldn't have scripted that one better.
All right, so now 3-0 with 2.5 left as Gamehawk pushes forward, and Gingy and Casey and company following suit. Ooh, ball's up in front of CIU goal. It was a little hazardous, but they made it work. Now it's Casey, lone man on defense as they get back. All right, they cleared out the situation, and Gamehawk's trying to control the ball now. Whiff's there, and they got to get back on defense again.
Yeah. Oh, good shot on goal. A little wide, though. Good defense, though. The rotation there is good. That's not, though. The double commit at the front post is not good.
Not good at all.
Yeah, unfortunately,
that's
have
the
a miss.
communication piece, yeah.
Yeah. You had a miss in the corner, maybe not the best angle on it, and then you got two guys on that front post.
Yeah. I hate to say it, Plus Ultra might need to take a bath because that was kind of dirty. That was a good goal. Good goal from Southern Miss. This 3-1. CIU's in the driver's seat. Pun intended.
That's better. That was better.
Yeah, thanks. but CIU's in the driver's seat. They have command of this game. Giving up a goal with 1:40 left isn't a nightmare. So they just got to be more aggressive on offense now. Probably get one back just to be safe. But if I'm CIU, if I'm the coach right now, if I'm Coach Chris, I'm feeling pretty good. But encourage the comms to keep going.
So true, as now they are trying to get back on defense again. They got to make sure those comms are on point, as the goal was open for a second, but they got in position, and Gingy gets the clear, pushing up another touch, and it's up to him and Gamehawk. Oh, the ball's crossed. Gingy's up. Oh, he couldn't get there in time. That was such a beautiful try.
This is where you're going to see Southern Miss, just like CIU did last game. Southern Miss is going to start sending all three of their guys. Yeah. They're just going to break rotation. So this is going to be a little bit of an onslaught for CIU if they can counter just like that.
Definitely. Come on,
and that's how it's done, baby.
3 shots and 2 goals. That's what we like to see. Casey with the setup, though. Casey with the setup. He knew he didn't have an angle to the shot, to the goal. So he's like, hey, man, I'm going to bank it out. You better be behind me. He was. What a good goal.
Beautiful. Yeah, and Gamehawk's one of those players. He was on the JV team last year, and he's really put in a lot of work. That kid loves Rocket League. He eats, breathes, sleeps it, and he's been outstanding this offseason. Has really deserved this roster spot. So happy to see him do really, really well.
Yeah, if you can imagine, Gamehawk last year, his abilities were good. He just had to refine them a little bit. He was like a munchkin, a little kid out there, playing his hardest, doing his darndest to make sure he could do what he could. And now he's a full-fledged athlete, just going at it, making great contributions, really matured. You love to see it. So now, 5 seconds left, 4-1. I think it's safe to say that CIU is going to take this game and the series.
Definitely. Game 1 of the season goes to your CIU Rams. Come on! Get in!
3-1 for this series. How about it? We want to hear it in the chat. Come on now. You can't leave us hanging. You got to support this team. They just did a stellar, stellar job.
Yeah, awesome first game. You could really tell, from last year to this year, the chemistry is really, really good. You had the pieces. You had the skill there, but it just really came down to team chemistry and communication. And based on what we saw, I'm feeling like it's going to be a pretty good season for CIU.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if they keep playing games like that where they come in, they know they're the better team. Props to Southern Miss though. You know, Southern Miss, they came out, they showed they got a game from CIU. Not many teams that CIU play this season are gonna get a game from them. So Southern Miss came out. We thank them for participating in the CIU Rams Esports Kickoff. But CIU, man, I'm so excited to see these guys play and cannot wait for the next game.
Absolutely. Guys, if you had to pick an MVP, I think it's a kind of a hard one, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
Who's the player of this match?
If it's me, it's Casey. If I'm the one that has sole decision on this, it's Casey. Just because man, like he came out and we're expecting big things from him, and he's the leader of this team. He's the captain of strategies for this team. And do you understand like how important of a job that is when it comes down to Rocket League? Like it's a massive job. So all the pressure's on him, whether he knows that or not. And I'm so excited to see him play. He's my man of the match for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Carter.
Okay.
I'm gonna go different just to shake up the boat, but I really do think Carter he's again, he's a multi-sport athlete.
Yeah.
He is a grad student, very mature guy. He is, after talking with Coach Chris, he is the guy in the locker, the proverbial locker room, that really steadies the ship. He's the leader. He's the calm voice when things get tough. I'm sure in that third game when they were down 3-0, I'm sure he was the one that was encouraging the guys, picking the guys up. He's kind of the glue that keeps the team rolling, keeps the team positive. And I think you could really see that as, for him being the team captain, he did really well tonight. And I think bouncing back from that third loss in such an emphatic way in that fourth win was impressive. So I think Carter, as well as his stellar play, very opportunistic player, and he's just a joy to watch. So I'm going with my man Gingy.
Well, that's interesting because I was thinking Game Hawk.
Hey,
we're gonna have to play some rock, paper, scissors or something like this.
We're all MVPs.
I mean, seeing Game Hawk make those tight shots in those clutch situations, not everything was the most flashy, but playing that support role and getting in those rotations, being where I needed to be, especially after we were talking about, last year, that maturation of his game style, gameplay. So it was really encouraging for me to see that. And I'm not just saying that so we have all three players mentioned. So, I mean, we'll just have to go rock, paper, scissors, I guess, for who gets it.
Let's do it off stream.
Okay. You just don't want to lose. I see.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we want to thank everybody for tuning in and supporting your teams. We know that you watch the Overwatch team and then you just watch the Rocket League team. It's really exciting what both of these teams are up to and what they're going to be up to in these upcoming seasons. So thank you so much for tuning in. We just ask you to continue to be in prayer for these athletes as they start their school years and seasons as well, because as Scotty talked about before, that they do have a busy schedule and they do put their hearts and souls into this, so how they play and everything does affect them. So we're just so proud and happy to see them playing again this year, and we just want to thank you so much for all of your support for all of the different athletes, for the esports and otherwise, and just your students at CIU. Anything else, guys?
I mean, as always, go Rams and charge on, baby. What a win to start the season. Let's go.
That's what I'm talking
Rams,
about.
baby.
Love it. All right. Love it.
What's going on, CIU esports fans? This is Rich the Kid coming at you, commentating for your CIU Overwatch 2 team. We're excited to have you here for the kickoff. Let's make some noise for the chat for our Rocket League team. Coming with a huge win against Southern Miss. That was a fantastic win. I don't know if you guys saw it, but it was amazing. But our Overwatch team is coming in playing Clemson University today. It's going to be a great game, great match. I'm excited to see us playing a very big school. For our setup today, we're coming on for our playing one map. We're going to be playing Point. I'm going to talk about how the objective, how that works later on. But for our roster for today, we have Zest coming in as our DPS. We have Harry Potter, also known as Zelos, coming in our tank. How's your day coming in as a DPS? And you have Kibbs, our main support, and then we have Winter coming in as our flex support. CIU Esports for Overwatch had a fantastic season last year. And the NACE Star League not losing a map was huge. I'm super excited to see what they can do this year. I think there's one unanswered question that we do have coming into the season is that we did lose Benji, which he was our other DPS player. I'm excited to see how's your day. How's he going to fill into that role? Benji played a lot of Tracer. Who's a DPS here I'm going to talk about later. That was really beneficial to a lot of success from the team this year. But I'm super excited to check out how they're going to fare against Clemson University today. Some other things just to keep in track with, supporting us, CIU Esports. You can definitely check us out on Twitch, CIU Esports, Instagram, CIU Esports, TikTok, YouTube, and check out our merch store as well if you want some merch and everything like that. So basically for this Antarctica Peninsula, the first point, as you can see at the top of your screens, we have the blue and pink. So CIU, we're blue, and Clemson University is pink, not orange. I guess you can say it's a little purple too. But the main objective for this map is to get into that center point. As you can see, there's percentages on each side of the screen for blue and purple. So the main objective is to keep it going, to get into that main point, this main center point, and get to a 100%. Basically, how you get to the point, there's a little circle around where it says a lock at there. You just keep filling that up all the way, and as soon as whoever gets that first captures the point. And you want to hold that point as long as you can until you get to 100%, and that's when you win the round. For how it works for contesting, say Clemson University is on the point while CIU is on the point. They need to kill everyone that's on the point already before they move in. Alrighty, guys, CIU Esports fans, we're kicking off our first map. Let's make some noise in the chat. So I'm excited to see this is going on. Clemson University kind of coming in with an unusual comp with a Zarya, which is not really a well-known tank coming in, but we're playing more of a meta setup right now with the Orisa as our tank and the Alawi and the Baptiste as our two supports. I mean, Zealous is doing a great job taking the high ground, not allowing Clemson any access to get in right now. Oh, what a stun. Now he's just gone. He's just gone. CIU is just now taking over, just putting in pressure right now. The Zarya, they're going to push the Zarya back so much. We're going to try to get a kill right here, maybe restart the timer. But now the point's coming up. As you see, CIU, we take the first point. Now you see at 1%. We want to get all the way up to 100 percentile. Then we win the round. Right now, so CIU, we kind of have Clemson split off in two areas right now. As Zealous just melts him. That's called good aim. That's what I like to call that right there. That's some good aim from Zealous right there. He's just aggressive. He's not stopping at all right now. He's full up in their salon right now. Well, that's what we like to see from the Orisa. Just allowing so much space for our DPS and our supports to keep healing him and laying down damage down the line. Right now, if I'm Clemson University, I'm going to have to think of how to get rid of Zealous right now. He's getting close up to his ult again. He's at 71 percentile. Basically, what Orisa's ult does, she spins her staff around and slams it on the ground and stuns everyone up in the air, and they get stunned. Now it's an amp Baptiste wall coming up. And this right here, that's just like, no, you can't come through here. That's just like, nope, see you later. You can't come through there. That wall allows your bullets to do way more damage than you can. So now they're just taxing these players and not allowing them to come through. Wow. CIU has a great hold right here. Has their support. Supports haven't even died. Shout out to Kibbs and Winter for just allowing so much support to keep Zealous alive and Kibbs alive. Even Zest. No, I do see how's your day with the getting in one kill on the Ana, which is a huge pick. Getting their supports out the way. You can't heal their tanks or anything like that. And the WoW is they're just scared to clean it up. This is the soldiers scared to clean it up. Everyone's just there to clean it up after the ult right there. That's great play, great target selection, which is a huge thing in Overwatch. Because if you take out your supports first, they can't heal your tanks or your DPS, and no one can stay alive long enough to end the fight. So that's the main objective. Now we're at 87 percentile on the capture point. Let's see if CIU can hold this or Clemson's going to do about this. We do have a Nano Blade coming in, but they're going to stop it. They're just going to focus them down. If they get the Nano Blade, that's huge. It's a huge play by Clemson University, but they're not even able to get on the point and capture it. It says first round going to CIU Rams. How about it? Make some noise in the chat. Everyone in Hulk Auditorium too, make some noise. We love it. Also, shout out to my people in Hulk Auditorium. If you haven't already gets a raffle. I know they're doing a raffle in there. Make sure you get your raffle ticket so you can get a cool prize after the Overwatch 2 gameplay.
Hello, what's up?
Good to see you.
I think I kind of misspoken. Hauser Day didn't show any signs of slowing down with losing Benji right here against Clemson University. We're coming in with a different comp this now. So we have Zelos coming on the Reinhardt, which his objective with the Lucio, Kibbs playing Lucio, is to get on the point as fast as you can. With the Lucio, he has a speed boost to get on the point as fast as you can and just allow them to not get on at all. And just pick a target like, hey, they're not going to be able to do anything. Let's see if Clemson can make an adjustment to... Oh, he's just going in. Zelos is not. He's out for blood. He just wants everyone. Winner does go down, but the tank is up and Zest is still up. So they can do anything. With Zest and Zelos are still up, they can do anything. Now the point is open. Let's see if CIU drops down to try to take care of this point. They do drop down to take care of to capture this point. The Ramacha's a really good pick here. Winner, see if he gets caught. Oh, the pin. Let's see if we can collapse on him. The collapse on the Ramacha right here. That's a great call. That's a great communication. The Ramacha for Clemson was not in a very good position. Zelos is just pinning everybody. He says, I pin you. He's pinning everybody. He's Oprah Winfrey with the pins right now. Holy cow. CIU is just on, they're just W keying right now. They are like, nope, we're not allowing Clemson to breathe at all. The communication for CIU is on a whole nother level right now with the pins calling out each pin that they get. So we see a different combination going on for see the slam. Way to stop it right there for Clemson University. Stop the slam, but it's still able to pick one. Zelos is getting low. They just have the Lucio on. They need to get the Ano back over there, and they're just cleaning up everyone. They're just cleaning up everybody. They're not allowing. Hauser Day, he's out here with the Genji. He is looking nice. He's on fire. As you can see in the bottom right corner with the Genji on fire, that literally means he's doing fantastic. He's great. So at 60% onto the point. If I'm Clemson right now, we need to rethink something right now. We maybe need to go for dive composition. Maybe that one's just where you pick on the back line. You just you play Winston or Diva, where you just get onto the back line and take care of their supports. But Hydra Day is just out for the Genji, and they're behind. They're just caught. They're caught lacking. And the Nano Blade, he's just out. Basically, what the Nano does is it's Anna's ultimate. She basically allows whoever's on the other team is just to do so much damage and everything. That's a team kill for CIU. I mean, we're just on it. We're just on it. And we have the Dragon from Hanzo. This is just looking great play by everyone from CIU right now. And the Dragon to block them off right here. See if they can get anyone with it. I hear some tags. Oh, there's one. There's two. Oh my gosh. How about it? CIU Esports making quick work of Clemson University on the first map point and Antarctica Peninsula. How about it? Make some noise in the chat and make some noise in Hoke Auditorium for CIU. We just love to see it. It's play the game for Hauser. I mean, he was honestly on top of it. I said that he was the real answer. It's the Nano Blade. Look at that. Just one. Here's two. Come on. Another one. Another one. Another one. Come on. Give me another one. Here it is. Huh. Money shot. Hauser Day. Come on. I love it. I love it. CIU Esports fans, I mean, that is just what we like to see. Like I talked at the very beginning, we were concerned to see if Benji, him not being here, would do anything, but Hajide Day was like, no, it's not going to do anything. It's not going to change. I'm here to ball out. I'm here to play, and I'm here to show out and play. It's a really great adjustments from Hajide Day because he came out last year playing in the support hero, but now he's playing the DPS. It's a really great adjustment. He spent the summer working hard, getting ready to play. And I'm super excited to see what CIU Overwatch has for the rest of the school year. And also keep in touch and check out our CIU Esports. On Mondays, we have Rocket League coming in for the NACE Star League. We also have Tuesdays, we have Overwatch coming in. Next week, we have our first regular season game for Overwatch. And then on Thursdays, we have our Super Smash Brothers team. Again, definitely check us out on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitch at CIU Esports. And if you're interested in playing CIU Esports, definitely contact us at ciu.edu and give us more contacts on that if you're interested in playing and recruiting for us. We're always looking for players. It's been a pleasure to be here, guys. I'm super excited for what the season has for CIU Esports and Overwatch, even for Rocket League and Overwatch. It's going to be great. I'm super excited. And this is Rich the Kid signing out, guys. See y'all later. Oh, they're doing one more game? Okay. Oh, I thought okay, cool. Awesome CIU Esports we got coming in for our next map. Coming here with our CIU Overwatch. We're going with payload. This is a great map. So basically, the objective for this one is to move the payload as far as you can to get it to the top, get it to the very end. So there's going to be different checkpoints that you can get to. At the top of your screen, you're going to see the different checkpoints, and your respawn point changes for each checkpoint that you get. This is a fan favorite map, Route 66. Everyone loves this map. This is a great map. So basically, like I said before, the objective: move the payload as far as you can. I mean, CIU is coming with some momentum after playing that first point map. We'll see if they can continue with this momentum on this point map after that on the payload. Again, for all of our CIU players on our CIU Overwatch team, they're all top 500 players. They're all fantastic. They work hard, and I'm really excited to see what they can do. I mean, we have Zealous on the Hammond or the Wrecking Ball. His big thing, he's one of my favorite players. One of the things that I love to watch him. He just gets in the backline and just causes so much damage and wreckage. Do see the Widowmaker, which is always love to see the sniper coming in for both sides actually. So we have Zest coming in. We also have Kedswatts coming in for the Widowmaker as well. Yeah, so CIU's on defensive right here on the payload map. So basically our objective is just to stop them. We don't want them to go at all. We don't want them to move at all. So you can see at the top of your screen, kind of the blue diamond is the checkpoint to where they need to get to. We want to make sure they don't get there at all. I mean, Clemson right now is coming with kind of a unique support setup. We have Zenyatta and Ana, which Zenyatta, he's not necessarily a really good healer. I mean, we've got playing Sigma, which is a tank that needs a lot of healing. But Zenyatta really allows so much damage to come through with his Discord orb. But Zealous and Zest are just coming out with the snipes. And How's Your Day coming in with cleaning up the Ana as well in the back line.
Be careful.
We're doing really good right now, allowing them not just to come in at all, just not do anything. It's just exactly what we like to see. We're going to switch from the Widowmaker to the Hanzo, but just a lot of more fire to come down. But Zest is just out for blood with the Genji. He's just not allowing it. I mean, Zest, his best hero, I would say, is probably the Pharah, but it's just kind of showing that he just has more than just the Pharah. He played Sojourn, he also played Hanzo, now he's playing Widowmaker, showing he can just do it all. It's a great communication by the Genji right here, but Hydra is calling out where everyone's at so they can kind of fall upon them. Now they're switching up to the Winston. Okay, big switch here from Clemson University. They are changing up, but we do have the Mercy. But Zest and Zealous are just out for blood. The headshots again. We're simply just playing better than Clemson right now. That's just simply what it is. They're kind of, Clemson's getting out of position. We're getting really good call-outs, calling out where they're at, diving upon them, not allowing them to get any pressure to get back onto the payload. So they do have 1 minute and 43 seconds left onto the clock. So they want to try to move as fast as possible. Zest does get caught out with the shurikens right there, but he's going to have time to come back to this fight. Now this is going to be Clemson's time to make an adjustment and push on the front. We're 1 man down. We do have the Blade coming in with Hazard Day, and we're also getting close to the Nano, so we're going to see if they get that combination for the Nano Blade, but Zest just gets 2. He's just like, no, we don't need the Nano Blade, we have just Zest on the line. I can just do it all. I mean, also, shout out to our supports, Winter and Kibbs, just allowing you know, Zealous to do whatever he really wants, because he has so much confidence in their supports right now, just to go wherever he really wants. We see the Nano Blade, that's 2. There it is. He's looking for one more. Hydrate's looking for more. He's out for blood. He gets them all. There it is. That's what we're looking for. Make some noise. Come on. 50 seconds left on the clock for Clemson University. I don't think, honestly, guys, I don't think there's much they can do right now. They want to try to get to the point as fast as they can and get to that checkpoint, but I don't think they can. I honestly really do not think they can. Oh, here it is. Huge ultimate. Let's see, got 2. Let's see if we can. Oh, there's 1. There's 2. There it is. Let's see if we get another one. Zealous is going to jump on the. There it is. That's what I like to see. You're going to look for another one that attacks the Genji on the point, trying to get back on, but nope. They're not allowing it. Allowing the tracer. There it is. They're exactly what it is. So now, I mean, Clemson's right now just doing an emergency plan, throwing the Genji and the tracer just to get on point, just to get some more distance, just to see if CIU, they can stop CIU on the defense. That's what they're looking for right now. Now, oh, what a sleep! Oh my gosh, that is just. I feel so. That just has me. It's just, you have to feel terrible as the Genji right there, getting sleeped right there and then just getting pooped on. Honestly, it's just terrible. Honestly, I'm sad. I'm crying, seething. Oh my gosh. Hauser's on a 15-player kill streak right now. It's just, how about it? CIU is just playing out of their mind right now. Let's see, they have overtime right now, so they can, basically the objectives right now is for Clemson, they cannot get off the payload or the overtime clock will go down. So now that CIU just needs a quick little stop right here. Just need to regroup and get a stop. They have so much time. Zealous is just playing rent-free, just not allowing them to do anything, just getting them off point. We are getting close to Howard today with a blade, so getting off point, they just get off point. Clemson, no. Wow. They just, Zealous doing a great job of knocking them off point, and no one was able to touch and get back on point. So now this is CIU's time to get back onto the point, and now they're playing offense. Now CIU's objective is to get past where Clemson was at. So they have 34 meters. CIU, we need to get past that. And if we get to that point, we win the round. Now, which is awesome. That's what we were looking for right here. Yeah, so right there where you see the payload out, that's where CIU needs to get past there. And then we win the round. I mean, that's huge. I mean, it's not that far. And I would tell CIU to play it calm, do exactly what they need to do, and don't try to do anything crazy because, and we don't want to go into an overtime situation where we're getting pushed. They have so much time to get to that 34-meter mark. Again, from Zest, I still haven't seen the Pharah at all of this map, and I'm really excited to see him play the Pharah later on this season, because he is absolutely disgusting on the Pharah. It's amazing. He does what he can do on that character. But it's really cool to see him play some other characters and still shine really well on Claire. That just shows the greatness of him and how good he's playing. So Clemson's playing a more defensive strategy right now. They're allowing them get the space to get right here and just hold this chokehold underneath this bridge right here. But we're playing the Doomfist where we're just trying to dive on him. Doomfist is a really technical character that we're playing for CIU, and he basically has to kind of bob and weave out with those big fists. Oh, but Zest just calls him out. That's just headshot. There it is. Look at him. There's another one right there. He's looking for the Baptiste. Let's see him again right here. He's up there in open spot. Oh my gosh, he's just laying down so much fire. So they need to do something about him. I think that was a really good play by Clemson, just allowing them to get that free space to hold that choke point. They need to get on. Someone from Clemson needs to get on, but they're not allowing it. And I think that's a win for CIU Rams. How about it? Make some noise. CIU did exactly what they needed to do. They knew what their game plan was, came out and dominated and did exactly what it did and executed very well. That's what we like to see. That's just amazing. Amazing stuff. Zest showed out with the headshots. Let's see it here. Play the game. Come on, talk to me, Zest.
No one can hide from my
Money. Oh my goodness. Just laying down the headshots, man. We just love to see that. The headshot on the Genji is that's just called good aim. That is good aim for sure. CIU Esports, Rich the Kid back at it again. But how about that? Great win over Clemson University. That's what I like to see. Offer a great scrimmage getting into next week. Heading into next week, CIU, we're feeling great. We're feeling absolutely amazing. Coming in and really dominating really well those first 2 games. But we're heading out, guys. If you definitely check us out on YouTube, Instagram, and Twitch at CIU Esports. This is Rich the Kid. I'm excited to see you next week. Make sure check out Rocket League on Monday nights at 7 p.m. Overwatch at Tuesday nights on 7 p.m. And then Thursday nights, our Super Smash Brothers team. Definitely check us out again. Shout out to everyone on our Overwatch team and continue to pray for our players as they continue the semester and do great things. This is Rich the Kid signing off. See y'all.
Wow.